What's up guys, this is David Clipperhands. We're back with another tutorial. This is the Versace Mohawk design. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We already bleached his hair and we're going to take off an inch off the top. What you want to do is create your baseline so you have a guideline to know how much to cut. I'm taking off an inch. His hair on top is 3 inches long, and now that I have my guideline, you'll notice I'm going from right to left, taking an inch off the top of his head. For our next step, you'll need some thinning shoes. What I'm doing here is getting rid of all the weight and all the bulk on his crown area. This technique will allow his hair to lay down easier whenever he needs to style it. We'll be adding some texture to the top of his hair to give it that messy look that he's going for. What you want to do is apply water first and then have your shears and go from left to right. You want to lightly tap on your scissors. You're not trying to make a defined cut, just enough to give it the texture that we're going for. This technique will allow that. We'll be starting the mohawk now. What I'm doing right now is creating the V shape in the back. This allows me to know where to start the design and where to finish. Now that I know where the V shape in the back is, I know where to start the design and where to end it. What I'm doing right now, I'm lining up the edges, and I'll be starting on the corner of the edge. I'm simply using the corner of my trimmer to kind of make a rough draft of the line. I want to make sure that the line is straight, so I'm lightly pressing on the hair with my trimmer. Once the line is straight, I go over it with my trimmer to give it that defined look that I'm going for. Now that we created our guideline for our design, we'll start off by adding the Versace patterns with a little twist of my own on the side of his head. When doing any design, you want to use the corner of your blade for the most part. You always want to create kind of like a rough draft on the hair, and then later on fully detail it to make it stand out even more. So what I'm doing right here, I'm lightly adding the patterns to the hair, and then I'll go over it to add all the detail it needs before we color it. Once you're done with the design, make sure to go over every line to define it as much as you can to help the design stand out. This is what the design should look like once it's done. We already added all the detail to make it look defined. I noticed the hair is a little bit longer on the design, so I'm using the number 2 guard to shorten it up, or else once I add the black hair dye, it won't stick as good as I want to because the hair is a little longer. I'm applying semi-permanent black hair dye to the design to help it stand out even more. Using a brush, you want to spread it out through the whole design. Once you're done applying the color, you want to wash it off. It won't be as dark as it looks, but you'll still be able to notice it. Thanks for watching. If you learned any new techniques or found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This does help me out so much and I really appreciate you guys. This is David Clipperhands. I'll see you on the next video, and we're out.